and welcome to my channel. So this video is about making this pink dress. This has been my major project during the entire July because it was quite complex with all the fabric manipulation and hand stitching, so it took me approximately 40 days to make, and now it's finally done. So this dress is for my friend April. When I started making it, I didn't really have a plan. I didn't really have a design. I actually did the illustration after I finished the entire dress. So when I was making it, the process was quite spontaneous. I just winged it, I think. But luckily it came out quite well. And I definitely had a lot of fun doing it. So I filmed the process and I hope you find the process enjoyable as well. Oh, also, I would like to apologize for any weird audio sound thing because I'm still struggling with all the camera and the filming. So yeah, let's go straight to the process and I hope you like it. So this is what the pattern looks like. After 30 minutes, I have done the pattern drafting of the corset. At this point, usually you would make a mock-up to see if everything fits correctly, but my friend is in another city, so we can't really do a fitting. So what I'm going to do now is that I will jump directly into corset making. One lucky thing is that we do live in the same room and we see each other a lot, so I do have a little bit of confidence that I know what her body looks like. So I think this would fit nicely. But we won't really know that until she tries it on. Let's hope for the best and let's start making the corset. I've been sewing for some time and this is half the corset done. As you can see, I have put bonings in every single seam. So what I'm going to do now is I will make the second half exactly the same way, like this, and I will join the two halves on the center front with one more boning channel, and then we can go on to make the eyelets, bind everything, bind the roll seams on the top and the bottom, and the corset will be done. So let's move on. Okay, so a quick update after a few hours of sewing. I have added the piece of like tightly woven fabric at the back, so I think tonight I'll be able to put some eyelets into these. And I also added two foam bra cups on the front because my friend is quite flat-chested, so I don't want her to feel this sort of like, if this sits slightly away from her body, she'll experience this sort of, I don't know, breast emptiness. I just think it's not really a good feeling when you're wearing a gown because especially on a strapless, you definitely want to feel safe and secure. So I'm adding two foam cups to help to kind of fill up the breast a little bit, just to give her more support and security. So this is what I have been doing. And what I'm going to do now is that these foam cups, they actually come with two like roundy bendy wires. Let me get those. So each pair of these like foam cups come with two bandy, oh, I think this is the center. Okay, so like this. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to insert these two wires onto the entire corset by adding again a strip of binding tape, just like so. I'm going to sew it all the way around here, and then just poke in this little thing. Yeah, and oh yeah, I also added like a horizontal boning channel on the top front because I want the neckline to sit like super flat and straight. So this is what I have done, and I think I'm not sure yet, but this is what I feel like I'm going to do is that after I add these two tiny cup supports, I will be adding one strip of boning just on the middle because this position, I don't know why, but when I put it on the mannequin, it keeps like poking up. So I want to keep this just flat and maybe inward a little bit. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm hoping that I can finish it today. Today's Sunday. I'm hoping I can finish the entire corset on Sunday. So on Monday, which is tomorrow, we can start draping the outer dress with a silk organza. So yeah, hopefully you can finish it today. So let's get to work now. I decided to not drape the entire thing because my dress form really isn't exactly my friend's size. So even if I drape it and then I will have to like readjust everything to my friend's size, which would be really annoying and it probably wouldn't really end up accurate. So I've decided to go with good old pattern drafting after all. And this is the kind of dart placement plan I kind of do. I will go pattern drafting, essentially just making an actually accurate math numbers measurement based like 1-to-1 ratio of whatever we're having here. So yeah, let's go and do that. And I'm hoping I can finish it tonight and maybe tomorrow morning so I can start cutting the silk tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, hopefully we can do that and hopefully I could stop procrastinating. this is what I made off camera. I was actually filming, but my camera just died halfway, so there's no footage of anything I have done here. But let me explain. So first of all, I cut down all the panels and I obviously sewn them together into this outer shell. And I finished most of the seams with a bias tape to make sure that there's no fraying, no raw seams inside the dress. And I moved on to the design. I didn't really settle with the design earlier on. I was just settle on a basic silhouette, and then let's see what we can come up with on the way. So a few days ago, I saw this sort of beautiful like watercolor buttercream cake on Pinterest, and the buttercream frosting actually reminded me of April, my friend, a lot. I am not entirely sure why. Probably because of the color combination. It was like really energetic and young and vibrant and summery, almost kind of tropical, pink and grapefruit and orange, that sort of tone. So I was like, yeah, this is so her. I don't know why, but I was thinking of ways to put it onto a dress. So I was like, maybe I could try to put pleats and moulage to kind of mimic that brushstroke thing. So I tested out on a small area on the front of this dress, as you can see here. So everything here is hand pleated and hand sewn. Um, I think it's quite nice. So what I'm going to do now is that I will cover the entire dress with this technique as my design part. So that's what I will be spending a lot of time doing. When we are finished, we can combine this with the corset, so it will sit nicely on April's body. So this is our plan, I guess. I'll just move on to sewing now, because this will obviously take a whole lot of time. So what I'm doing now is that I'm adding some gold sequins to the dress. These are some matte gold sequins I found in my sewing stash. And I think they match very nicely with all the pink that's going on. It adds a little bit of metallic element to the dress. Also, I'm using this to cover up some of the imperfections I made when I was doing the texture because I got a bit impatient and I left some very sloppy gaps and sloppy stitches here and there, just trying to cover them up with sequins. So I will be doing this for a few hours. And then I think I will film again when I bind the complete outer layer to the corset. So, yeah, I'll get to work now and I'll see you then. So after a whole night of sewing sequins, we are very, very close to the end. So what I'm going to do now is that I have a bunch of these snap closures. I'm just going to apply them along the entire opening of the center back because as you can see, I have this kind of little cover flappity flap thing over the zipper. I don't really know what it's called in English, but yeah. So there's the structure. So I want it to be able to close completely and sit perfectly still on the center back when my friend wears the dress because well, no one wants to see this. This is something we want to cover in a gown. It's not pretty, so we gotta cover it. And I'm gonna use some of these closures. And also, I will need to install, well, install, I don't know, I think this is like the proper word, installing the corset into the dress, like so. So I think what I'm gonna do is that I will match up the waist, so the waist is here, as you can see I've made these marks. So the waist here, all the way to the top. And what I'm going to do is just simply fold over the edge. And maybe I think I'll add like a twill tape along here just to cover up all the frayings so that the entire thing is nice and neatly on the outside, like so. So, yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do today, and tomorrow we will be ready to mail this thing to my friend. As you can see, this is finally finished. So this is what the dress looks like. It's got a nice neckline, it's got a clean hem, and I have cleaned up the fabric manipulation. I have trimmed off any excess bits, and now it's finally done. So the only thing left for me to do is sending this to my friend who lives in another city. And I'm hoping when this dress gets to her, I can get some nice pictures of her trying it on because this mannequin is at least 3 sizes larger than my friend. And if you flip this to the back, you can see that I can't really pull the zipper all the way up because the bust is way too big. So I am quite excited to see what it really looks like on my friend. So this is the entire process of how I made this dress from corset to the finished product. I hope you like it, and I'll see you on my next project.